Hi and welcome to Winners Corner. The Grand Slam 75 round this Sunday is held at Tingsryd Racetrack, the only track in Sweden that has a range of 1 mile. And consequently, all the races this Sunday is over 1 lap, that is 1,609 meters. And Harry, what do you think of the round?
I think it's a difficult Grand Slam 75. There's going to be a good payout here as well. But what I want more than to say is that Tingsryd is a very, very special track. As Maria told you, it's 1,609 meters, an English mile. But the important thing is that it's very important, the drivers that are familiar with Tingsryd. It's not the same as any other track. And if you get your tactics wrong and you go too hard in the beginning, you lose out up the long straight at Tingsryd. So very special to take a look at the local drivers. Klas Eskilsson, Svensson, they're the people you look at, and especially family Untersteiner. They know what they're talking about at Tingsryd.
Okay, Harry, let's see what you worked out for us then. And we start in race 5. How do you want to start off this day?
Well, Toddler's growing up, so I think Toddler is a fantastic horse from the Conrad Lugauer stable. We see Mark Elias, who on his best days drives very, very well. On his bad days, he doesn't drive at all. But no, Mark Elias is very capable. A really good win here with Toddler. And as I say, this is a class horse on the way up.
And you pair him up with?
With Willem Paul, here's Una Blessed, a difficult horse, but he's certainly capable of winning a race like this, and I think he's a fantastic position there to get the Quinella here, and we get a reasonable payout.
So a Quinella bet there in race 5 on horses number 4 and number 6. We move on to race 7. It's an even race for mares, and how important is the lead at the Tingsryd racetrack, would you say?
I think this is what I meant earlier. If you go too fast in the lead, you're gone, because they come 9 times out of 10 from behind. And this is where, in this race, particularly 3, Love No Limit, Veijo Heiskanen, a very, very good horse. I've gone against him, and for one reason only. I have gone for number 12, Dusted in Sugar, not only because Daniel Olsen, one of my favourites, drove him last time, but he's a horse that's definitely showing that he's on his way to win. He hasn't done so well as he's done here. Daniel Olsen very nearly winning there in Rome, and I think Dusted in Sugar is going to get a perfect race, even although it's draw 12. And as I say, draw 12 at Tingsryd is not a problem.
Sounds good there. Number 12, Dusted in Sugar, a win bet in race 7. We turn the page to race 8, and here there are only 8 horses in the race. Number 4, Com Milton, is a huge favorite. No betting value there, Harry. So what do you want to do here?
I looked, and you know, I'm fond of my show bets, and I think I've done pretty well show-wise in this program. And it stood out for me, Vincent Ors, number 3, Tobias Jansson's drive. And as I say, Vincent Ors, here he's being driven by Jorma Kontio, will be driven by Tobias. But you can see he fights all the way to the line and comes third eventually. And I think there's good value for money in a show place bet there.
So show bet there in race 8 with number 3, Vincent Ors. The daily double races, of course, they're also over the sprint distance. And race 10, DD1, has got a big favorite in number 1, Poet Broline. And you're also quite convinced that this is a winner.
Very much so. I was so disappointed here. You see him winning Peter Untersteiner with Poet Broline. But what I do want to say is that his last race, even although this really shows you how good Poet Broline is, but Mark Elias, I mean, they made a comment earlier about it at Alby with Sahara 1, where they went through the first 500 in 105, and Poet Broline was the big favourite, and well, he literally threw in the towel, 500 out. But that was a very, very, very irresponsible drive by Mark Elias. And as I say, there's no Sahara 1 here. So let's pray.
DD2, it's a much more even field. So how do you solve that one?
Yeah, there are 1 or 2 horses that stand out for me, but the one that stands out most, and as I said, specialist on the course, Johan Untersteiner, the horse is in good form. He's got a perfect draw, 3, Zolikia.
3 Zolikia there is your other DD banker this Sunday. And this means that we have 1 single combination for the daily double this Sunday. Poet Broline and number 3 Zolikia. Grand Slam 75 is what's up next to discuss, and the rules are the same as for V75. We have to find the winners in 7 consecutive races. Good money to be won, Harry, if we manage to do that. And
yeah, I think so.
yeah, and you're making a good effort here. Let's start in the first leg. First of all, we can see that you have 3 bankers, but not in the first leg, because there you also include 2 of the horses we previously talked about, number 6 Toddler and number 4 Una Blessed. You also include number 5 Dizzy River and number 7 Niagara Broline. Why do you add those 2?
Well, as I say, it's a very open race. I mean, Toddler sticks out for me, and if I'd had a little bit more cash available, I would have thrown also number 8 Raining Money in. But this, I think, is sufficient, and 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm hoping is going to see us through that first leg.
The second leg looks very open. Anyone here that you want to focus extra on?
Chuck Kamara, number 2, sorry, Low Cash there. Number 5 is an outsider there, Hesselby Rapida. But as I say, I think number 2, Low Cash, is probably the one that has got most chance of winning amongst those 5.
The third leg is where you recommended a win bet on number 12, Dusted in Sugar. But this is the race where you spend most marks in. Harry, please explain this.
Well, I took Dusted in Sugar. As I said, it impressed me last time in Rome when Daniel Olsen drove. Daniel Redén driving now. There's no problem with that. I think he's really on the way up, and that's why I really felt, well, this could be worth a good payout for the win bet. But when it comes to the Grand Slam 75, I've gone for 3 really tough bankers, and I think this race with 3 Love No Limit, as I said, Veo Haskin is very up about that. Twilight Broder, they're all good horses, and any one of them could actually win. And if one of the other ones do win, then we're really on our way to a good payout.
And now here we comes to your triple of bankers here, 3 bankers in a row. And the funny thing is that all of your bankers are Untersteiner horses. Fathers and son.
Yeah.
Father and son.
Like father, like son.
Yeah, and if we take a look then at your first banker, number 4, Com Milton there, it is the biggest favorite in the round, so there's no real surprise there.
My question is, spot the mistake. Anyway, yeah, Com Milton is definitely a worthy favourite. As I said, I took the show bet in this race, but 4 Com Milton for me is head and shoulders above the field.
And what can you tell us about the second banker, number 6, Poplar Broline?
Again, a really good draw and a very, very good chance of winning this from start to finish.
And then we've talked about your third banker in the 6th leg, number 1, Poet Broline. So we move on to the last leg, where we can see that you cover up your earlier DD banker number 3, Solicia, with 3 more horses. What do you want to tell us about them?
Yeah, you know, I hate going out in the last leg, and we've taken a straight double, so I'm happy about that. And Solicia is very good. As I say, another horse that I would have included, and I'd like just to mention, although it's not on screen there, is number 11, Bellamont. But as I say, I think we're fairly well covered here. I've taken a real roughie there with number 5, J.A. Connie Bell, and I think it's a good system. It's a good chance that if that system sits, you're going to get a very good payout.
480 combinations is what it's all made up of, and that is what we have for this Sunday for you. Thank you, Harry, for making that system for us, and thank you for watching. And SwedishHorseRacing.com is, of course, the website you turn to find out more about Swedish trotting and horse betting. Now, we hope that you enjoy the races this Sunday at Tingsryd Racetrack. Good luck with your bets. Bye-bye.